having the chemistry, having the time to play with one another, you just build confidence. I think you're seeing that. We can kind of read each other's eyes.
I think Taylor did, and I think continue to educate yourself with the candidates that we have, the policies that they're supporting.
Imagine this. You're the WNBA. You've got a superstar rookie bringing in 1.8 million viewers per game. Then suddenly, she's out. The Fever lose, Clark's eliminated, and now the league's facing a ratings freefall. It's a nightmare scenario, and it's happening right now. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now back to the video. Let's talk about Caitlin Clark's rookie season. You know what's crazy? She broke the single season assist record and set the rookie points record. That's insane. She was playing like she'd been in the league for years, not months. But here's where it gets wild. Despite Clark's amazing performance, the Fever couldn't make it past the first round. They lost to the Connecticut Sun, and just like that, Clark's out of the playoffs. You won't believe what this means for the WNBA.
Having to navigate like when to rest my body and when to get in the gym and do extra shots, but that's definitely something we love, is like coming in here shooting late at night. So I think, it did hurt us a little bit, and maybe that was the kick in the butt that we kind of needed going forward. We got that.
What happens when your biggest star is suddenly sidelined? That's what we're going to explore next. You know what's crazy? The WNBA just got a harsh reality check. Imagine building your whole house on one foundation, then watching it crumble. That's what's happening right now, and it's got people asking, did the league put all its eggs in one rookie basket? Let's talk about the Caitlin Clark effect. This girl was bringing in crowds like nobody's business. The Indiana Fever were averaging over 17,000 fans at home games. That's huge. It's like every time Clark stepped on the court, people couldn't stay away. But here's where it gets wild. Now that Clark's out of the playoffs, the WNBA's facing a potential ratings nosedive. It's like they built this amazing roller coaster, but now the main attraction's gone, and everyone's wondering if people will still want to ride. You know what's even crazier? Some folks are saying this whole situation shows the WNBA doesn't have enough star power across the league. Think about it. If one rookie can shake things up this much, what does that say about the rest of the players? It's got everyone talking. Is the WNBA's marketing strategy sustainable? Can they keep fans engaged without Clark in the playoffs? These are the questions keeping league executives up at night. But wait, there's more. The Fever might be out, but Clark's not giving up.
Whether it was good calls or bad calls, whatever it was, like they just felt like there was a lot of stoppage within the game, and sometimes that's hard to really get your team going in a flow, especially.
And that was kind of our problem here last time we were here, is we let them come back. We know they're a really good fourth quarter team, but we battled and figured it out.
She's all optimistic about the future, saying stuff like, it's a good little taste of what's possible for this organization and for this franchise. You've got to admire her spirit, right? So now the WNBA's at a crossroads. They've got this amazing talent in Clark, but they can't rely on her alone. It's like they struck gold, but now they need to figure out how to mine the rest of the mountain. What happens next is anybody's guess. Can the WNBA find new stars to keep the momentum going? Will fans stick around even without Clark in the playoffs? Or is this the wake-up call the league needed to shake things up? The Clark show might be over, but the WNBA playoffs are far from done. You think one rookie was impressive? Wait till you hear about the team that's been dominating for years without making headlines. They're proof that sometimes the real magic happens when no one's looking. Let's talk about the Connecticut Sun. These ladies have been crushing it, making it to the semi-finals for 6 straight years. That's not just luck, folks. It's like they've cracked some secret code to playoff success that other teams are still trying to figure out.
I had wrote down not that I didn't think it was attainable, because I know what I'm capable of, but
I'm pretty sure I'll be in a 3-point competition for everybody to watch at some point. Not everybody needs to freak out, so.
While everyone's been obsessing over Clark, the Sun have been quietly building their own dynasty. They just knocked the Fever out of the playoffs, and it's got people wondering, what's their secret? How do they keep coming back year after year, stronger than ever? But here's the thing, it's not just about the Sun. The Fever might be out, but they're not down for the count. You won't believe what Aaliyah Boston did in that playoff game. She racked up 16 points and 19 rebounds. That's rookie power right there. It's like the Fever are building their own little powerhouse. They've got Clark making history as the first rookie ever to score at least 25 points, grab 5 rebounds, and dish out 5 assists in a playoff game. And now Boston's showing she's got game too.
That's the pace we like to play at, and I think just our progress throughout this whole season, we've seen that playing as fast as we do works for us.
You don't get no better than that from like seeing where you are standpoint. I think that we got to gauge where we are.
It's like watching the future of the WNBA unfold right before our eyes. You know what's even crazier? This is the Fever's first time in the playoffs since 2016. Talk about a comeback story. They might not have gone all the way, but they showed everyone they're not messing around anymore. Clark's all fired up about it too. She's saying stuff like, "This team won, I think, 5 games 2 years ago. We are a young group, a pretty inexperienced group, but we came together and had a lot of fun playing with one another." You can feel the excitement in her voice, can't you? It's like watching 2 different basketball stories unfold at the same time. On one side, you've got the Sun, this well-oiled machine that just keeps on winning.
You know, about what she's going to do on offense. She's going to give every single thing that she has for us defensively. She's, you know...
His basketball knowledge is pretty good, and it makes it fun. Like, you can bounce ideas off of each other, so...
They're like the wise veterans of the playoffs, showing everyone how it's done. And on the other side, you've got the Fever. They're the new kids on the block, full of energy and potential. They might have been knocked out this time, but you can bet they're already thinking about next season. So yeah, Clark might be out of the playoffs, but the WNBA's got plenty more stories to tell. You've got established powerhouses, rising stars, and teams on the comeback trail. It's like a whole soap opera, but with more jump shots and less drama. Hold up. We've been so caught up in the Clark drama, we almost missed the real story. Why is the WNBA struggling to keep fans hooked once their star player exits stage left?
Obviously 13 assists, like that means my teammates made 13 shots off my passes, so it'll be fun to go to those games. I mean, I love college basketball. Obviously he's been around it his whole life and really like invested a lot in.
It's time to peek behind the curtain and see what's really going on. You know what's wild? The WNBA's whole marketing strategy is like putting all their chips on one number at the roulette table. They're betting big on rookie sensations like Caitlin Clark. But is that really a smart move for the long run? Think about it. Clark's amazing, no doubt. But what happens when she's not on the court? The league's facing a serious problem here. It's like they built this awesome roller coaster, but now the main attraction's gone, and everyone's wondering if the ride's still worth it. Here's the thing, the WNBA needs to start thinking bigger. They can't just rely on one superstar to keep the fans coming back. It's like trying to win a championship with just one player. It doesn't work. So what's the solution? The league needs to start building up more stars across different teams. Imagine if every game had a Clark-level player to watch. That'd be insane, right? Fans would be tuning in no matter who's playing.
And then obviously the people that are going to continue to come into this league are going to come into a great situation. It's going to be, awesome for everyone. But when I was 18, so I think do that. That's the biggest thing I can do with the platform that I have, and that's the same.
But it's not just about finding more stars. The WNBA needs to create stories that keep people hooked all season long. Think about it like your favorite TV show. You don't just watch for one character. You get invested in all the storylines and rivalries. That's what the WNBA needs to do. They need to create those rivalries, those ongoing narratives that make you want to tune in week after week. It's like they're writing a whole new playbook for how to keep fans engaged. You know what's crazy? This could be a huge opportunity for the league. If they play their cards right, they could turn this whole ratings rollercoaster into a steady climb. It's like they've got all the pieces of the puzzle, they just need to figure out how to put them together. Caitlin Clark's optimism about the Fever's future is great, but the WNBA can't just rely on her positive vibes. They need to take action.
And being able to do a lot of different things for this team. Like I want to be able to, I think we're really good when I can get the ball.
Really well. Our posts have been good. We've been getting good bench production, so I'm proud of this group. We've been sharing the ball well. We're taking good.
It's like they're standing at a crossroads, and the path they choose now could make or break the league's future. So, What's next for Caitlin Clark and the WNBA? Clark's out of the playoffs, but she's not giving up. She's all fired up about the Fever's future, saying it's just a taste of what's possible. But the league's got some serious thinking to do. The WNBA can't just rely on Clark to keep fans hooked. They need to find more stars, create more exciting storylines, and build up rivalries across the league.
Have opportunity to tweak the things that you've been doing and fix the things that didn't go well. So it's an opportunity to get better, and that's what I want to see.
I can also feel the buzz in the city about what we're going to be able to do. As long as we focus one game at a time, I think we'll be in a great spot.
It's like they've got all these amazing ingredients, but they need to figure out how to cook up something that'll keep fans coming back for more. Can the WNBA turn this ratings roller coaster into a steady climb? That's the million-dollar question. They've got the talent, they've got the excitement, now they just need to figure out how to keep that momentum going all season long. The game's not over, folks. It's just getting started.